Hi guys, shooting for the holes here again. I know I haven't made videos in quite a while, and there's a reason for that. I just decided to take a break from it, really. I got quite a few hobbies. I wanted to concentrate a little bit more on my hunting and a few other hobbies that I've got going on. One thing I would like to talk about, this thing that YouTube has been doing where they've been like slashing monetary values of people that make videos with guns and rifles or whatever. I just want to say, YouTube, that is a low blow. I mean, and to some degree, I'm wondering if you guys don't have a monopoly on this stuff. Like, why aren't people jumping ship to some other kind of YouTube channel? It did not exist. I thought there was a law against that kind of stuff, against a monopolizing company. So anyway, if you want to ban me, just go ahead. Trust me, I don't survive off of this stuff. So I do this as a hobby. So anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about on this review also is the kind of pellet selection that you can pick with your air rifles, or for your air rifles. What seems to be all the rage lately is the new Hatsan Carnivore 30 caliber. Well, I shouldn't say new. It's probably about a year or something old. Which is a 30 caliber. That's 44 grain runabout, 45 grain piece of lead. That's a hefty piece of lead. The only problem is they only make about 2 or 3 different kinds of pellets for that thing. So pellet selection is kind of bleak. In my opinion, the 25 caliber is probably one of the best calibers that have come out, especially when it comes to pellet selection. Now we all know that the 22 is the ultimate, pellet selection caliber. There's just, all sorts of 22 caliber pellets out there, made everywhere in the world. But I think when it comes to knockdown power, energy, accuracy, just energy, everything, the 25 caliber is king in my opinion. So we're going to talk about a few pellets that I've ordered, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to flip this around, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm using my cell phone. I've had some problems with my computer and some of my camera equipment, and that's what happens when you don't use stuff too often. Batteries are dead, this and that, So anyway, and the computers, they get viruses, so I've had to scrap that thing. I'm going to have to get a new one. Anyway, down to the cell phone it is. But then again, I've never had like top quality videos anyway. That's for people that have a lot more like technical savvy and have more money, frankly. So anyway, here we go. These pellets have been ordered from Pyramid Air, and I pretty much do all my ordering through them. It's very rare that I have to order from anywhere else. So from the bottom, we have H&N Silver Points, we have the New Boy Seniors, the H&N Grizzly, the Eunjins, and these are all 25 caliber. Now, I'll tell you now that ordering the Grizzlies was a mistake on my part. Don't ever use Grizzlies in a break barrel rifle. It's not designed for that. And I only realized that after I used them, obviously. But anyway, still kind of curious, and so I shot them anyway. What else is a guy to do, right? So now the Eunjins are pretty cool. They are a 43.2 grain pellet. Now I have the 30 caliber Predator Polymags over here, and you can tell that these are pretty stout. And it's amazing how far we've come when it comes to break barrel air rifles. These things are, just huge compared. You get used to them after a while, which is, but check that out. That is a dinky 177, and I'm not taking anything away from it. I can't tell you how many, birds and squirrels and rabbits I've shot with a 177.
And so here's there's a 30 caliber, you know. Look at that comparison there. Alright, 30 cal versus the 177. Ain't that crazy? You know, my dad passed away in 2010, but if I could have told him and shown him that, hey, one day you're gonna have a 30 caliber break barrel L rifle, he would have just like laughed at me. You know, he was like, yeah, okay, keep on talking crazy. Anyway, so here's the Eunjin's 25 caliber. Compared to the 30 caliber, yes, the diameter, you can tell the diameter is smaller, okay? But when you're starting to talk pellet weight, they're both very close. That's the 30 caliber is a 44.75 grain, and the 25 caliber is a 43.2 grain. So an air rifle like the 125 Sniper, the Hatsan 125 Sniper, which pushes most lead pellet, well, could push a lead pellet at about 750 feet per second, could possibly push the Eunjin at about 500 feet per second, and mimic the energy that the 30 caliber does. And that's why I say you don't really need the 30 caliber. It's great to have it, but you know, pellet selection is poor. But with the 25 caliber, you can basically get pretty close, if not the same energy as the 30 caliber. So let's go for the accuracy tests. Now this is only at 10 yards, folks, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you cannot get your air rifle to make one hole groups at 10 yards, then it's not a very accurate rifle. You would have to keep on shooting different pellets to figure out which pellet will make it more accurate. But if at the end of the day you've shot every pellet through it and it still won't do one hole groups, then something is wrong with your air rifle. It is just not accurate. So now these are the Eunjins, and this is coming out of my model 95 QE. Now the QE already suffers because it's not pushing pellets at 650 feet per second. It pushes most pellets at about 550 feet per second because the QE has a shorter barrel because of the moderator that it has on it. And that's the only thing that I hate about it. I wish I'd just stuck with a standard, but I wanted to try out the new QE. But anyway, so at 10 yards, this isn't a bad group. I would consider it good, but it just depends what you want to shoot and at what distance. Now remember, these are 43 grains, so they're pretty hefty, so the drop at longer distances is going to be pretty big. H&N Grizzlies, that was the first shot, and that was great. But I'll tell you, these are not made. These are not made for break barrel air rifles. Literally, I had two of these just fall straight through the barrel. Second shot over here. Third shot, who knows where that went. Now, I've got the Predator Polymags here for comparison. This is what the rifle will normally shoot, and this is a decent group. It can do better than this, actually, at 10 yards. It can do one ragged hole groups, but I shot this quickly just to, you know, kind of compare. So, and here's a really cool pellet. This is my hats off to Skenko with this New Boy Senior. I really like these pellets. The Hatsan Model 95 and 25 caliber, you can tell when the pellets will work great in that rifle because they'll fit really snug. When they fit really snug or nice and snug, they have a tendency to be accurate. And look how accurate that is. You know, and it'll do this pretty consistently. I've shot like 5 different groups, and it does the same thing. H&N Silver Points, decent group, nothing major, but they fit really loose. That's the only thing I hate about them. Also, they fit kind of loose, and so not very good for break barrel air rifle. Just to throw it in there, these are the JSB Exact King Heavies, so close to a 34 grain. Not bad accuracy, you know, but main thing is if you're looking for a heavy pellet, you know, you can consider one of these. If you have a Model 95 QE or the standard in 25 caliber, I would definitely recommend the Skenko New Boy Seniors. Definitely a good pellet. Now I shot the H&N Grizzlies with my Marauder at 10 yards, and you can tell very well that that's a 5-shot group and very nice and tight. So that's what it's made for. It's made for a PCP rifle, not for a break barrel. That's my fault, and sorry about that. So guys, I hope you liked my review. There's going to be other reviews down the road this year. So Happy New Year to everybody. I hope this is a better year for everybody. I had ups and downs just like everybody else last year. But as usual, we always hope for a better year. So I hope all of you guys have a better year. And thank you very much for subscribing, and the ones that have subscribed and stuck with me. Awesome. Thank you very much. I will produce more videos this coming year. I'm going to get back into it. And hopefully there'll be some cool stuff to try out this year. So guys, like I always say, pick up an air rifle, pick up some pellets, go out in the woods, put up a target, shoot them full of holes.